Hi, I'm astrologer Penny Dix. Welcome to yet another Astrobite. And today's is for the 20th of February, Thursday. We have an aspect today in this very smooth, calm week. Well, has it been or hasn't it? I don't know, because I'm recording it on Monday the 17th. So who knows what has unfolded this week? I know there's been a lot of stuff and talk going on in the news, and I wonder if things are really going to heat up a little bit today. I say that because our aspect of the day is Mercury, the planet of communication, in Pisces, squaring, that's challenging, Jupiter in Gemini. Now, Jupiter, of course, is the planet of expansion. But it can also expand what is not so good. And it's in Gemini, which of course is all about communication, and it is ruled by Mercury. So we have some interesting overlapping here. Now with Mercury in Pisces, as I've said on my Astrobite on Tuesday, and I probably touched on this in my live that I did on Sunday. Mercury in Pisces can make us a little bit talk in a way that can be a bit confusing, so that everything we're saying can come out in an unclear way. So it's not so easy to have clarity of mind whilst Mercury is in the watery, flexible sign of Pisces. However, at least it's flexible, and Mercury does like a little bit of flexibility. So that is helpful, and it's going to need it because it's squaring Jupiter in the 9th house in Gemini. This is about whatever is going on overseas. Overseas, I've no doubt, from where you and I are. And it could be to do with what's going on in Europe, in the Middle East, because there's some, I know today when I was watching the news, and I'm doing this on Monday the 17th, there are 2 or 3 world leaders are going to be meeting in Saudi Arabia to discuss the future of Ukraine and how to stop the special military exercise that Mr. Putin started in Ukraine about 3 years ago. Now it looks like they actually call it war, which is interesting because we all thought that's what it was in the first place. Well, what about today? I think we're going to hear some interesting stuff coming out. It could be a little bit full of hot air. Think of it, Jupiter in Gemini, Jupiter fire, air sign. So Jupiter, I think, is really going to be getting very heated. So we could see heated information coming to us, being fed to us via the media, because of course Gemini can also represent, the news basically, and the media. And because it's in the 9th house of the event chart, it's what is happening at a distance. And it's something also to do with justice and truth. And this could be one of the sort of bugbears, the kind of problems that are standing in the way of things moving in a more constructive direction. Now, the good news is that next week, at the end of next week, we have the new moon in Pisces. And I think that can be helpful for us, but more about that next week. In the meantime, this is the only major aspect that is happening today, because as I said on Sunday, there's really not a lot going on astrologically this week, which is a little bit like getting out your toolbox and just thinking, well, I'm not really quite sure what I want to make. I'm not quite sure what I want to create. So with a blank canvas, you have the opportunity with this energy, as long as you don't go over the top in the way your ideas can be a little bit outrageous, because I'm looking at this on a personal level now. You see, if we look at it on a personal level, then Jupiter in Gemini sort of squaring Mercury in Pisces, some outrageously imaginative ideas, which may be a little bit challenging to actually initiate or construct, and cause, I don't know, offense, abuse. But it's just really interesting energy, because, you know, let's think, if I think about it, I have to think, well, how would I use this energy today? Jupiter squares Mercury. Well, I think I will today be mindful and prudent of what I say to others. I will really work hard at thinking before I speak. So I can't remember, but if you have a session with me, you will get a very circumspect session from me today, I think. And I will also be in a situation where I will make sure that I am critical of the ideas that do come up for me, so that if I kind of feel I want to do some writing, some creative writing, that I will not let myself get carried away with, you know how when I witter, when I just go down a rabbit hole and get caught in it. Well, that is what I will really work hard at not doing today if I'm going to do some creative writing, maybe for the book I'm doing with Sarah. So I will really take it easy with that, because I think what will happen is I will expand it too much into something that is just unrealistic, because it's Pisces. So there's not enough earth grounding today to really create something that stands the test of time, has the long legs to make it work for a long time. That's what I think is around with the energy today. So as I said, on Sunday, we've got this energy all week of just kind of going with the flow. So just do that. Enjoy the fact that we've actually got some time out from, gosh, I mean, last week, that full moon was really full on. So thank goodness we've got a break from that. And just enjoy doing everyday things, you know, doing a bit of cooking, doing a little bit, anything that just keeps you grounded. The only thing, or the only other thing I will say for today is that there may be some, because the nodes, the North Node is on the descendant, and the North Node is very much about where one is going to, our kind of collective destiny as well as our individual destiny. And the South Node is actually on the ascendant of this chart. So there's something we're bringing in today, and I'm going to talk on a personal level, that we have a chance to repair, to renew, to relook at. And I think it's that this is where the Pisces energy will help us use our sensitivity and empathy and feeling to calm or soothe troubled waters. Because it may be that there are tears being shed, and it may be that we have to be there for another, to help another through a difficult time. So interestingly, it's a word today. The word I chose for today is prudence. I thought that was quite an interesting word, because it's not a word we often kind of use much or maybe think about. So let's see what our quotes are, because this could really be quite interesting. Well, Francis Bacon said, "A prudent question is one half of wisdom." And this for me is underlining the fact that while we have this energy of quite a few cosmic bodies in Pisces, and we're moving towards a time where we're going to get quite a collected or collective stellium of cosmic bodies in Pisces, all quite closely conjunct. It's, you know, a prudent question is one half of wisdom. This is like, sometimes we have to be creative with outcomes. And I think prudence gives us a chance to take a step back and just see the bigger picture. So maybe, and also if you think about the fact that Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, it's very much about us taking a step back in our own lives and thinking about, where do I need to see the bigger picture? Where do I need to go within? And where do I need to heal, or what do I need to heal in myself? And where do I need to make reparation to others? You know, it's an interesting thought. Cicero said, prudence is the knowledge of things to be sought and those to be shunned. So, yeah, okay, it's being able to understand the difference between what is good for us and what isn't. And Peter Drucker said, the only thing we know about the future is that it will be different. You know, when I first read that, when I was downloading these, I thought, actually, that's quite comforting, because, you know, we can get very stuck when we get weeks like this where the cosmic energies are very, just basically not really doing anything. It can make us a little bit kind of stuck and unable to see clearly where we're going, or what the point of or is of where we're trying to get to. And I think to repeat this, the only thing we know about the future is that it will be different, that's the truth. It's like the only certainty in life is change. There will always be change, and the future will be different. And I'm recording these on Monday the 17th of February, and who knows what will have unfolded between Monday and today, Thursday the 20th. So Publius Syrus said, good old Publius, it's a good thing to learn caution from the misfortunes of others. Now, caution from the misfortunes of others is making me think of that Mercury in Pisces, because Mercury in Pisces could be all over the place with the emotions and the feelings and the, you made me feel this and now I feel that and I don't know what I'm going to do. So it's you know, it's prudent in these times to stand back and just think, okay, let's just retreat for a while. Cicero also said, the wise are instructed by reason, average minds by experience, the stupid by necessity, and the brute by instinct. Ouch. There was an unknown quote, which is, prudence is not hesitation, but foresight. Now, I agree with that. And this is where, you know, it's almost as if prudence could be seen as another word for being connected with the intuition and the gut feeling, because, you know, the prudence is when we think, I don't think I should turn left at this next junction. I think I'm meant to go straight on. And you find out that your prudent thought, your prudence in slowing down, was correct. G.K. Chesterton said, do not be so open-minded that your brains fall out. Well, that's an interesting one. I'm not sure I quite see the point of that. Answers in the chat, please. Do not be so open-minded that your brains fall out. Yeah, okay, I guess I get it. I guess I get it. It's kind of like, you know, sometimes we go, anything will do, everything goes, and actually, that's not prudent, is it? Thomas Fuller said, "He that will not sail till all dangers are over must never put to sea." Now that is an interesting statement, because this is like saying, I can't do, you know, what I want to do until everything is in place. No, it doesn't work that way, because part of making any big change is about taking risks, and we can't always have all the ducks in the row that we need to make the changes that we want to make. So that is actually quite a good saying, that if we try and wait till all the dangers are over, I don't think it's a good idea to put to sea. So the final word, or the final quote, is from Proverbs 22 verse 3. And it's, "A prudent man foresees the danger and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences." There we go. A truth, another truth. So listen, I hope today is interesting. I always think it's good to have days that we can look back and think, well, that was an interesting day. That was interesting. I hope you meet or have discourse with interesting people, and use your prudency to foresee ways that are not the best way for you to move forward. So on that note, I will say thank you so much for joining me for yet another Astrobite. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now. Bye.